At TIGR, that's going to be up Fintech holding here on the weekly chart. You can see we're more or less sitting right on this 50% fib level. That's going to be key for us in here going forward. So we have to wait and see till the end of the week where this candle is actually going to lead us. But right now, it looks like we're holding this 50% fib level. That's currently trading at 838. Below that, the next big level for us is going to be that 61.8, and it's going to be right here trading at that 694 area. So that is going to be the two main areas in here that we're going to look. It's looking a little weak up here. Our RSI is pretty high, so maybe revert back to the mean. But really, we want to see if we can kind of come back down and then breach the 9-day EMA and then touch this lower trend line here. That is going to be key for us in here. The problem is if we're below that 9-day EMA again, it's going to be tough for us to kind of breach and then work our way back up above it. So that is going to be something for us to kind of see. Maybe as the week progresses, maybe we can slowly start working our way here to this lower trend line, which would cause our 9-day EMA to not abruptly come above the stock price. But until then, we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens. If we go to the daily chart, it's a little bit digging deeper here to kind of see what is actually going on. Rather than the weekly. We're below the 9-day EMA here, and what you can still see we're sitting right on that 838 mark as a good support, but it looks like we're running out a little bit of steam up here. So you can see we had a high here back in December and then another high in February. Then March, not so much, but we still hit those highs in here. But now we're getting the pullback again. So obviously we're not where we were back in October when we had that huge pop in here, but still we're working our way higher, but we're running out of gas up here, as you can see. So it looks like a little reversion back to the mean here would be nice, especially off this lower trend line. And maybe if the next couple of days we get a harsh drop in here, get some volatility, then we can work our way up. But really, I think the best bet for us long-term traders in here, or if you're trying to play calls or something like that, would be to kind of wait and see in here how long we're going to hold this support and then start to take off in here. But it depends on how weak it looks in here, where our RSI is, and then are we going to get any volume along with it. So that is going to be kind of what we're watching in here. Are we going to hold this 50% fib level in here, or are we going to hurry up and go back, breach it, go down and hit this trend line and then bounce up? That's going to be something to watch in here on DT. If we go back to our weekly chart, we mentioned before that our RSI is relatively overbought, but not necessarily. But we do have some low volume in here. Obviously, this is going to be low volume compared to the week because there's only one trading day in here compared to the rest. But you can see last week you had lower volume than you did had that big pop in here the previous week where you had that low of 762 and the high of $10 in that week. So about a $3 move in there just in 1 week on a $8 stock. So that's pretty good for that week. So we'll see what happens in here. I don't think we're going to repeat that anytime soon, but it's just all going to come down to this 50% fib level in here on your daily and your weekly charts. Right around a 40-cent expected move by this Friday. Next Friday, you're looking right around $1. And if you go out to 417, basically the same thing is what everybody's pricing in right around here. So we're going to see what happens in here. You did have about a 50-cent move today. So 40 cents is going to be nothing in here for us to hit either which way. So we will see what happens as we work our way forward. Low IV, so low risk, low reward in here if you're trying to play this either way. And actually, you had some unusual option activity. $8 puts, around 30,000 of them were traded today in your October time or October expiration. So if you go all the way out to October, you have to wonder, why is everybody loading up on, or why is everybody trading those $8 puts? Is it at the bid, at the ask? You have to kind of figure that out as you kind of dig in deeper in your research. But really, 30,000 of those have gotten traded today on the $8 puts on that October expiration. So again, all in all, we're looking at this 50% fib level, 838. Below that, it is going to be the 694 level in here, but resistance wise, we're looking at $9, and then we'll let this 982 up here going forward. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.